Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you are enjoying what has turned out to be, as advertised, a cloudy and for the most part, for a lot of us, the rain simply hasn't completely ever stopped for more than a brief snippet of time since it started last Friday afternoon. So let me go over some of the rain totals. So one of the biggest totals was down in Southern Oregon. There's certainly been the most rain in southwestern Oregon overall. Jackson, Oregon, 2.60 inches for the rain event that started back on Friday night. In Portland, 1.54 inches. So we're pretty much right on track to what the weather models were showing. Again, these are totals going back to Friday. Astoria, about the same, just over an inch and a half. Eugene, again, we're getting south. That's where the heaviest rain amounts have been, just shy of 2.5 inches. And remember, one good bit of news with this particular weather pattern was that we were going to have good bits of measurable rainfall across all of Oregon, even areas that are still, suffering from below normal water years. So you get over into Central Oregon, Redmond, right about a half of an inch of total rainfall since it started Friday overnight going into Saturday morning. So, that's great news. So this is what I'm looking at. We have one more front coming in tomorrow. The timing on this is late tonight before sunup. So 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, this front that you can see here on the satellite picture is going to be moving in to the Willamette Valley and across Southwest Washington. This will pick up at least rain rates overnight tonight. We may get a break in the rain somewhat later this afternoon. That may or may not happen, but certainly heavier rain, likely rain, will be building overnight as this front approaches. And then this is the finale. This is the last front that will be coming through. And we talked about this a little bit last week. It's becoming all the buzz. A big ridge of high pressure starts to build this coming Wednesday, stays with us for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even into Monday. That's a lengthy stretch of dry, warming, and for the most part, sunny weather. At this point, confidence is high that Portland and other areas of our Pacific Northwest will see the first 80-degree temperatures of the year. 80s become possible as soon as Thursday of next week, and then likely on Friday into Saturday, and perhaps still on Mother's Day. So we're watching that. Now, normal daytime high is 67 for Portland. Now, that's the average of cold, rainy days like the one we're having and sunny, really out of sight warm days. So you figure a typical sunny, dry day in a typical air mass this time of the year would produce a high temperature around 72, 74 degrees. This is certainly above normal territory. Record high for today, for example, is 87. And it's certainly possible that some of these days upcoming will be close to record territory. So that's the table set for everything I'm going to be talking about. A quick word out to my sponsor, the Momentous Wealth Podcast. You can find this for basically investing financial advice in Apple Podcast, or I go to Spotify to listen to it. There's a number of topics that Todd Pisarcik and his team cover. And, for me, just the way he breaks down things, especially when it comes to retirement and how much money you should have, what's the best way to maybe manage your 401k funds, et cetera. Great information, some of the podcasts. So I urge you to check that out. Okay. That is Momentous Wealth Management and their podcast, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Let's go check out what's going on. Let's start with the mountain. This was fun. It took a while for the cold air to get there, but when I did KGW's news at sunrise yesterday morning, it looked likely that we would finally get some snow sticking at pass level last night into this morning as colder air finally moved into the Cascades. That has happened. So it's coming up on noon. It's 28 at Timberline. They've had 9 inches of snow for this event and still snowing. Mount Hood Meadows, 33 degrees, 6 inches of snow, still snowing. Ski Bowl at 5,000 feet, 6 inches of snow and still snowing. Now the passes are right about freezing, so they're in pretty good shape. Here's US 26 Government Camp. Notice the temperature at 33 and similar conditions at Santiam and Willamette. Cabbage Hill, you can see that it is snowing out in the blues. You can see the snow roadside. That temperature on I-84 on Cabbage Hill is 35 degrees. Expecting icy spots and maybe some new sticking snow over the well, not maybe, I think there will be actually over the Cascade passes overnight tonight, again into Monday morning. So make sure you check conditions on that. The weekend totals are going to end up being 4 to 8 inches at pass level, 6 to 12 inches at 5,000 feet and higher. Again, that doesn't include what will be more inches of snow tonight into Monday morning. And then it will be getting warm. Here's that warm up showing up on everybody's forecast. This is government camp. Sunny, mid 40s on Wednesday, just like that, mid 50s on Thursday, just like that, 63 at government camp on Friday. And these are believable temperatures, 71 at 4,000 feet, potentially coming on Saturday. That gives you an idea of just how warm this air is going to be. I am watching on this Sunday a winter weather advisory posted for the snow that we just showed. And there will be an advisory posted that will continue into Monday morning for the snow coming to the Cascades. I just talked about overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Weather models show there's a 1/4 inch of available moisture overnight tonight, another 1/4 inch of available moisture coming tomorrow. So that's easily inches of snow at pass level and another 6 inches plus, maybe 8 up at Timberline. This wind advisory is posted for the Dalles out through the Columbia Basin. So far, I have not seen winds at the reporting sites between the Dalles and Pendleton get up more than about 35 miles per hour. Probably are some pockets where it's been gusting to about 40, but that's the watch warning map at this hour. Okay, here's the radar. We've got solid precip in the West Gorge bouncing up against Mount Hood. And if you'll notice, the radar is showing some dry weather and then light rain back around Tillamook and inland from like Seaside. But I think what's happening is generally, if you look at the observations, it points out that more than not, everybody's showing at least light rain. It's a low cloud deck, the radar's shooting up over it. So I would expect it to be pretty drippy more than not the remainder of today. Again, we may or may not get a clean break in the moisture for a little bit of time later this afternoon, early evening, before everything picks up ahead of this cold front here on the right that's going to be coming in 4 or 5 o'clock hour of tomorrow morning into the Willamette Valley. You can see here's the upper level low that dropped through and is giving us still our weekend rain. Here's the next front. Now, right back in here, see where there's just a little, wait for it, right in here, a little bit of ridging. Here's an upper level high, 582 millibar high. This is where the ridge is going to be building from that shifts inland midweek and brings us all of that sun and all of the warm weather that we're tracking. Now, I do want to show you what the National Blended Model NWS forecast model shows for rain. This is the future radar product. This is 5 o'clock this afternoon. And again, everything colored is some moisture chances. And I think more than not, it's going to be misty or light rain the rest of today. Now, here's that band of rain coming. This would be this evening offshore at about 7 p.m. with that next front. And then this would be, let's see here. Now, this would be around midnight tonight. You've got rain in the valley that's light, but absolutely solid, heavier rain now hitting the coast with the front. And then here we are. This would be overnight, raining in the Willamette Valley. And this would be 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. The front now hitting the valley, the coast, still likely rain. All this is likely rain behind it. Here's the solid, heavier rain band coming in before the sunrise hours on Monday. And then we go through the day, and this is, look at this. This is occasional rain. This is around noon, 1 o'clock on Monday afternoon. This is still raining more than not at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is another widespread push of moisture. Here's LeGrand. There's a little bit of a rain shadow in Bend and Redmond, but there's Burns. There's Ontario. We've had decent rain down at times in Medford and into the Klamath Falls, Lakeview area up through Seattle. So again, this is widespread soaking rain. Not the most pleasant thing in the world for this time of the year, but absolutely beneficial for us as the summer season looms. All right, so that's, again, about a 1/4 inch in the Willamette Valley tonight, about a 1/4 inch during the day tomorrow. So that's another 1/2 inch potential rainfall coming. What I want to do now is shift gears and talk about the warm-up coming. And this shows you, if you look carefully, what the winds are doing. This is Thursday. Thursday is the first day that we potentially would see 80-degree temperatures up and down I-5 in Oregon, especially. And if you look right here, see the little barbs? This is east winds off the coast. And I point this out because that means that Thursday is going to be potentially just as sunny and just as warm at the beaches as it will be in the Inland Valley. I'm going to play this into Friday. And let me back it up here. All right, here's Friday going into the noon hour. See the wind barbs are still from the east. Overall, Friday is another day where there could be 80-degree temperatures along the coast with the east wind flow and the sunny skies. Now, Saturday, the wind flow becomes more light and variable, and that opens the door. If you look here for northwest wind flow pattern along the coast, it would still be dry. But when you get these pattern shifts this far out, you've got to factor in it's probably going to be a mix of sun and some low clouds at the coast Saturday. Could be a tremendous variance in temperatures. And then by Sunday, the coast is definitely getting cooler. So the two warm days at the beach are going to be Thursday, Friday. Saturday could be a mixed bag. Sunday certainly looks cooler if you're trying to make your beach plans with the sound of all this warm, sunny weather coming. I'm happy to tell you that my computer coder solved the mystery for why we had the wrong information showing up for Medford. So this is the direct feed from the National Weather Service. Cloudy down there today and tomorrow, showery weather. Tuesday, all dry. And then here's the warm up for Southern Oregon. Wednesday, 68. Thursday, 77. Friday, 84. Saturday, 86. I have several of you that watch these videos down there. I really appreciate it. Here's Newport. We've got rain Monday, absolutely 52. Tuesday, a lingering chance of some showers and some sun breaks, 54. And then here's the coast. And remember Newport, the grid latitude longitude spot that the Weather Service uses for their forecast is often cooler than what much of the beach is going to be. This does show 73 on Friday. Again, I think there will be areas nearing 80 on Thursday and nearing 80 on Friday at the coast with those east wind flows. Up in Seattle, hi everybody. The rain showers Monday, the chance lingers on Tuesday in Seattle. Here we go. 71 Thursday, 78 Friday, 81 Saturday. Typically in these, not always, but typically in these warm events, Seattle can run a good 5 degrees cooler than what Portland is showing up. So, well, that would make sense. What about over in Bend? Here's Bend. They've got some light rain in Central Oregon today, but for the most part, not much going on. Just a lot of clouds and cool, 50 degrees. Here's the warm up in Bend, 57 Wednesday, 66 Thursday, 74 Friday, 77 degrees on Saturday. Let's see what Salem's showing. The rain chances linger into Tuesday. And then here's the warm up, 75, 72, 84 on Saturday. Wow. Really, really warm stuff, right? Let's wrap it up with my personal forecast work that I do for Portland, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. We've got the rain continuing today, 56 degrees. Tomorrow, the wet weather continues, 56 degrees. Tuesday's the day that a surface high starts to build in. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tuesday's dry, but certainly it looks like there could be some lingering showers as we start to break out and become partly cloudy during the day. And then by Wednesday, this is the big transition day. All dry, sunny skies. I've got a 66. This is the day the air mass starts to warm. By Thursday, we're in the warm air. Some of the modeling shows Thursday hits 80. I've got us at 78, and then mid-80s on Friday and Saturday. Mother's Day right now is that following Sunday, mostly sunny, 82. And then increasing clouds, 70s on Monday. And the next front with possible rain comes in that Monday night into Tuesday, okay? All right, that is your update. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. That helps me out. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, coming to you from the Portland, Vancouver area. My weather site's portlandweather.com, and I will talk to you soon.